Hi guys, this is Brenda with Keenan Kreations, and today I have a quick and easy card for you using the new Everyday Chic Designer Series paper from Stampin Up. This is a project that we made at my class last week, and I wanted to show you my customers get these printed directions when they come to class. It's saved as a Word document, and if this is something that you're interested in, I'd be happy to send it to you for free, no charge. Just send me an email and let me know that you want it. You can email me at brenda@keenancreations.com. They also get a little packet like this. Everything's already cut for them. We're using basic black cardstock, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored down the middle at 4 1/4. I always like to make sure the edges line up nice and neat and just give a little press. We'll set this aside for later. We're going to use Tempting Turquoise cardstock, and this measures 3 3/4 by 4 7/8. I've already cut the Designer Series paper to 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. And remember, the paper is double-sided, so we're going to use 3 darker patterns and 3 lighter patterns. We're going to use our Snail adhesive, and you can see this one is almost empty, so it's very easy to replace. You're just going to squeeze from the top and the bottom. See right here where these little marks are, just kind of give that a squeeze, and this whole thing pops out, and you throw this away. You want to keep this part and do some cleaning while you've got it apart. Sometimes the glue will build up here and also over here, so just make sure it's nice and clean and ready for the refill. The refill comes like this. Just pop that open. You're going to remove this little yellow piece here, and then it just snaps right back into place. That easy. So the little top here is always on the bottom, and your finger is on the grippy part, which is at the top. So I'm just going to scoot this over and start layering this to the Tempting Turquoise. It doesn't matter which pattern you use first. You can mix it up. So when I'm layering the first piece, I want to set the one next to it on the cardstock, even though it's not glued down. That's going to help me place this first piece. So see how that's going to go right about here, and then now I can place this one. The first one's always the hardest, and once you have that one down, you're going to be great with the rest of the pieces. So make sure that first one, see, I'm still tugging at it, make sure that first one is where you want it. And place a second. And you know what? Close is good. We don't have to be perfect here, but you want to be close to perfect. And then we'll just continue this all the way down. So once we have all of these pieces on, we can go ahead and layer this to the front of the card. This just goes right in the middle. We're going to use a stamp set called Petite Petals, and this stamp set also coordinates with the Petite Petals punch. I'm going to use scrap Whisper White cardstock along with Tempting Turquoise ink. If you look at the flower image, see how this is the top? I always think of these as legs, head, and arms. So if you stamp this with the legs near the bottom of your paper, then your punch is going to line up perfectly. And you can tell that I don't put the labels on the back of my stamps. I think they cling best to the acrylic block without the labels. When you're using your punch, you're just going to turn it over and slide this latch up. And we're going to line this up You can give a half squeeze on the punch to grip the paper, and then you can check for placement and punch that out. And just repeat that for the other flowers. Now we're going to use dimensionals, and you can fit one of these right in the center of all of the flowers. So we're just going to add these. And then we're going to add the flowers to the center of these squares. Now instead of putting one here, see how this sample has the greeting on this side, but it's on the dark paper. I actually forgot how I was placing these, and I don't want the greeting on the white paper to be on the mostly white designer series paper here. So I think what I'm going to do is actually move my greeting up to this center panel on this card. So I'm going to move that flower that I just put on here, and you can do that with the dimensionals. Just kind of tug it up, and if you're careful, you can pull it right up and it's still sticky. Every once in a while the sticky gets left behind, and you can just rub that off with your fingers, and you can add a little bit of Snail on top of that and then use it right here. So more scrap Whisper White cardstock. We're going to use a Hello Greeting. I don't remember where this is from, but I'll figure that out and I'll add it to the video. So this is the black Memento ink pad, and we're just going to do a little twist, tap, tap, and we're going to stamp the greeting right here. Now I went ahead and die cut this greeting with the Bitty Banners framelit, and then I just chopped off the right side. So we'll add that to the card with dimensionals. And even though this is going on the center panel, I don't want it right in the center. I want it a little bit lower. So we're going to add some rhinestones to the front of the card, and I wanted to let you know these that are in a straight line, it's all one continuous strand of rhinestones. If you want to use them separately, you need to cut them apart. So just take your paper snips and just go just like that. That's going to separate the adhesive so you can use them separately. These are also the same size as these, so I'm just going to grab these using the point of my scissors. Normally I would use my pokey tool, but I cannot find it, so we're going to make do. So we're just going to add them right here, and honestly any size rhinestones would work for this card. I'm just grabbing these smaller ones, and I'm also going to put one right in the center of the hello. So now we're going to decorate the inside of the card along with the envelope. So go ahead and get them both out, and we can do all of our stamping at the same time. I'm just going to add them along the side. And I'm going to start at the top and the bottom and then the middle. And I don't know if this is going to work. We may have to turn it. We'll see what happens here. It's not perfect, but you know what? It's still prettier than your average envelope, right? So we'll go with that. And then we're going to add just a couple along the bottom. And I think I'm going to pop up some on the inside. Oh, do you see how that kind of smudged a little? So just turn it over and you get a second chance. So we have some extra flowers left over that already have dimensionals on there. So we're just going to place these right about here. We'll turn these upside down just to kind of mix it up a little bit. We'll add this to the inside and add this right here. I hope you enjoyed today's project. For more ideas, you can visit me at KeenanCreations.com. Thanks and have a great day.